Well, guys, I see this lunacy reported last night and had to have a little laugh to myself at the stupidity of it. Of course, if true, I'm not complaining, as I tweeted at the time that I see the article. I said, Pretty Patel, they want to go back. When are you booking the plane? You was quick enough paying four-star hotels to put them up. It should be peanuts to send refugees back to war-torn France if giving them everything for free is racist. Because apparently they are complaining that people don't like them and are blaming the Home Office for turning people against them. When obviously that is just a talking point that they have got from the Independent. For most people, them not wanting illegal immigrants here has nothing to do with the individual immigrant personally. It is obviously to do with the fact that they've broke into the country, but what people hate more is the government for letting them do it. Me personally, I feel no hatred for these people at all. Of course, I wish they wouldn't come to the UK, but I understand the wish to make your life better, as should anyone. The people who I really take issue with over this and will hold 100% responsible is the government, Home Office, Border Force, and anyone involved in allowing them to come here. At the end of the day, it is their job to stop these people from coming, not actively help them arrive and then give them more than they would give the people already here. And I'm sure for the most part many people feel the same. They don't want illegal immigrants here claiming to be asylum seekers, but what they really hate is our government letting it happen, or in this case paying 10 billion to house them. Oh, and not only that, but it now seems every illegal immigrant will also be given a vaccine in some form of amnesty. No action from the Home Office for breaking into our country, just a free vaccine shot apparently. Proving, as I said, that this government is out of its fucking mind. Round them up and send them home. You were quick enough to send the brown shirts when someone wants to open their caff or protest outside Parliament. These lot have illegally entered various countries and are the real criminals, not your average working class Joe trying to put food on the table. Now, obviously, the Independent who broke this story is a Ramoning shitrag that will have its nose right up mass immigration's arsehole, so let's check out Breitbart's article, more or less taking the piss out of the Independent one, as it should. I will say though, the Independent's only saving grace at this point is their reports on the grooming gang scandal, which is miles above and beyond the BBC, Sky News or any other MSN outlet. So credit where credit is due on that one, but for everything else it seems the paper is toeing the line that all media spunk trumpets do, hating everything the majority of this country supports. Illegal migrants unhappy with free accommodation in racist UK want to return to the EU. Okay, off you pop then. Pretty piss poor Patel, get them a plane right now. We don't mind you paying for that shit, let me tell you. It says a group of asylum seekers said they will leave the United Kingdom to go back to the EU, complaining about the supposed racism of being provided with free taxpayer-funded accommodation at former British Army barracks. Because obviously getting everything for free in 2021 is the height of racism. Where is Black Lives Matter when you need them? It goes on, in the wake of the record-breaking illegal boat migration from France across the English Channel, the Home Office was forced to house some migrants in two former military barracks, one in Wales and the other in Folkestone, Kent, which they have actually tried to burn down if you remember. It says following weeks of protests at the Napier barracks in Kent, culminating in a group of asylum seekers allegedly setting fire to the facility, migrants have complained to the media about supposedly poor conditions in the camp, which used to be home to uncomplaining British soldiers. Speaking to the left-wing Independent website, a migrant from Syria said that he had been trying to escape the United Kingdom to continental Europe on a lorry, claiming he is not being treated like a human being by the British government. Which I do have to say kinda sounds like a load of bullshit if you ask me. That sounds like something the Independent has told him to say. Of course, I could be wrong, but it certainly sounds that way like I said. But in all honesty, he really doesn't need to jump into the back of a lorry to get to continental Europe. He can just cancel his claim for asylum and in it see you later. The government can deport you instantly. No piss poor lefty lawyer will be able to stop that, let me tell you. Which once again makes me think that this is a complete crock of shit. He goes on, the Home Office is making an effort to make people hate asylum seekers. I cannot stay in this country when the government is pushing people to treat us in this way. I think a lot of others will do the same thing and leave the UK, the migrant said. Well, first and foremost, people do not hate asylum seekers and you are not one. You have come across multiple safe countries to enter the UK. That is not the definition of an asylum seeker. And let's be honest, even the EU and many others have said that the majority of migrants crossing over into Europe are not asylum seekers, they are economic migrants, end of story. So at the end of the day, people do not hate asylum seekers in the slightest, they hate illegal immigrants breaking into the country trying to make their life better. At the end of the day, when you was in France, you was not in any trouble there, as we can see by you wanting to go back. Proving beyond any doubt that absolutely none of yous are refugees at the end of the day. You're certainly not asylum seekers, you are just illegal immigrants who are coming over here to make your life better, economic migrant and nothing more. He goes on, the journey back is totally dangerous. There are just centimetres between the lorry and the ground. I could lose my arm, leg or my life. But in the UK, I am losing my dignity, which is obviously worse than losing your life. What a crock of shit this is. But as I said, he doesn't need to risk his life, he doesn't need to worry about anything. It's not totally dangerous. Pretty piss poor Patel can put on a plane for you. Shit, she's done it before now for like 5 or 6 people. I think it cost us about £500,000 or something. Of course, she did put it on for more than that, but the Labour lefty loving lawyers actually got most of them off, which is actually par for the course at this point. Obviously, if this situation is true and they really want to leave, then there's no lefty lawyer that can stop that. What the fuck is pretty piss poor Patel doing? These people want to go, let's get them gone. He went on to accuse the United Kingdom of being a racist country, saying, I used to think that there was no distinction here between a Muslim and a Christian, between black and white, but I realise there is. Yeah, most of the media and all of the people in power fucking hate white people, let me tell you. If anyone suffers racism in the UK in 2020 or 2021, it's certainly the white population. You only have to watch the BBC or anything else to see that for yourself. It goes on, another Syrian asylum seeker, a 49-year-old man, said that he had illegally entered the United Kingdom in July of last year after paying a smuggler €1,000 to help him cross the English Channel from France. The illegal immigrant said that he is also planning on a trip to get back to the EU, saying, I did not expect that they would put me in this camp. I am fleeing war. Yeah, war-torn France, as we said, that you want to go back to. Completely contradicting everything you are saying. He says, my nerves are tired. Is this a punishment for us? Why is this happening? I want to rest. But it feels like we are being punished. It is inhumane. Oh my god, these people have no fucking idea what inhumane is. I've lived on the fucking streets in my lifetime, and this cunt's sitting there moaning about being given an army barracks. Shut up, you cunt. He goes on, as to where he would prefer to live in Europe, the migrant said, I will talk to my friends who have homes in other European countries. They were not put into military camps. Oh, so there he is, not a refugee. He just wants himself a nice little house so he can tell his family back home, oh look at me, I've got this house, nice job here, I make lots of money. He's a fucking economic migrant. This is a load of bollocks. Proving, as I said, that the Independent is just a piece of scum when it comes to everything other than the grooming gang situation. And the rest of it's just talking about them being exposed in hotels. We've already covered that. I'm not going through it again. I'm sick of reading through the same old shit over and over again. I have got to say that literally everything that appears to be coming out of these migrants' mouths is something I would expect from the Independent itself. I'm questioning whether any of it's actually true. But as I said, if it is true, pretty piss poor Patel, get the planes fueled up and send them packing. If they want to go, we are not keeping them here, that is for sure. Apparently, they can just walk out of the camp whenever they want, so just let them walk out of the country right now. Shit, give them a helping hand. But the idea that the UK is a racist country is obviously just ludicrous, and is even more reason why I think this bullshit is just coming from the far left media. From what I can tell, most people's problems with these illegal immigrants is not the actual illegal immigrant themselves, it's the fact that the shit government is letting them do it, and multiple shit governments have let them do it for decades at this point. That is what people are really pissed off with. They don't give a flying fuck about the individual migrant himself. They don't want him here, but they want the government to do what they're supposed to, protect the fucking borders.